Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am back with a new video on Rasa Chatbot. In this video and in our next few videos, I will be showing you that how you can deploy your Rasa chatbot on Microsoft Azure. So in short, we will be creating some instance on the Microsoft Azure and we will be deploying a chatbot onto that server. Because many students have asked me like how we can deploy the Rasa chatbot on the Azure because there is very less content on the internet for the Microsoft Azure with the Rasa chatbot. So don't worry, I'm here with you. So I will be creating this content for you so that you can link your Rasa chatbot to the Microsoft Azure. So that's all we will be learning in this today's session. Now I hope this sounds very interesting. Now let's straightforward go to the project and let's start the deployment process. So let's get started. Alright, so like in the previous video, I have already shown you that how you can build your chatbot, and there I have a demo chatbot with me in which I already have the functionality of my chatbot which will help you to find the vacant beds near to you. So that's all that we have already made. Now I want to make it live so that I can ask everyone to use it and they can use this functionality to get the help from my chatbot. So that's all that I want, right? So this is the way how I can help, and it's really interesting and it feels good, right? Okay, so I already have a project with me. Now also I have deployed this project onto my Git repository. So for that, first of all, what exactly I must have is I must have a Microsoft Azure account. So for that, first of all, what exactly you have to do is you simply have to go to the Google, and after that you simply have to search for the Azure account, right? So Azure account, you can simply say, it's your choice. Now over here you will find the first link which is like Microsoft Azure get your free account. So why it is saying free account? Because Microsoft Azure provides you a free account with credit of $200, so you can use that within the next 12 months or maybe before that also, that's up to you. So we can use that, and now here you can see you have an option, either you start for free or you buy now. So that's your choice, because I don't want to buy it right now, I just want to check the functionality of Microsoft Azure. So that's why first of all I will be going with the start for free. So just click on that, and after that it will ask you to log in through your Microsoft account. So you will be logging in into that account, and after that you will further ask for the further details. Alright, so you already have an Azure free account, so this is the reason why I will not be allowed to get the free account again. So I will not be signing up now. Instead I can directly log in because I already have an account, right? But in your case it will ask you to log in first, and after that it will ask you for the further details. So you can provide those details and accordingly you can get it. And if you feel like that it will ask for the credit card details, don't worry, it will also accept the debit card details as well if you have a Visa account. So you can use that, and accordingly you can get a free access. So this is all that I have also do, right? So in this way we can get an account, and I already have an account, so let's move to that. But in this way you can get it. And also if you feel like that there will be some reduction of the charges after this credit will be over, so don't worry, they will not charge you anything without asking you, so don't worry about that. So let's go to the Azure account now. Let's stop it and let's go in here. Now okay, you can see over here I am onto the home page of my Azure account, and in here I'm having multiple services, and already you can see I'm having multiple things over here. So now my thing is what exactly I want. I already have a chatbot. The main and the most important thing that I have to get first is that I need a server, because I want to deploy my chatbot onto that server so that from that server I can get a global access to my chatbot. So that is all that I wanted, right? So for that, let's do one thing. Let's first of all create a virtual machine. Over here you can get it. If you don't get it over here, then do one thing. Over here just search for it like virtual machine, right? So you can see virtual machines. So just click on this option. Alright, so over here you will get the list of the virtual instances which you already have. Like in my case I already have some of it, that's why it is showing some of it. And if you don't have anything, don't worry, you can create a new one. So now let's create a new one. Over here you have an option to add. Just click on this option and just select virtual machine. Just click on virtual machine. All right, so now you can see it is asking you for the further details, right? Over here, first of all, it is asking you for the subscription. Right now I have a free trial, so that's why it is giving me this option, but otherwise you can get rest of the options as well, so you can select accordingly. Now the next thing is that you have to create a resource group in which your virtual instance will exist, right? So for that, either you can select the already existing one or you can create a new one. Let me do one thing, let me create a new one. Let's give it a name as innovate yourself, right? So press OK. Okay, so this is what I've given. Now give a name to your virtual machine. What name you want to give? Let's say IY app. So this is a name that I want to give to my virtual machine, and after that select the region according to it, and in my case I'm selecting this one only, US, East US, right? So just let it be, and after that select the image whichever you want to work on. If you want to work on the Ubuntu machine, you can select Ubuntu machine. If you want to work on the Windows system or any of it, you can select accordingly. In my case I will be working on the like Ubuntu server, so that's why I'm using Ubuntu server 18.04 LTS generation 1. So that is this is what I'm selecting. Now after that select the size. So currently it is not recommending to use this one, so let's see all sizes. Alright, needed for this configuration but only 0 CPU for image. Okay, so the problem is I already have an account with me, and those accounts are already using these options. So in short, from here you can understand that there is a limitation if you are using a free account. If you don't want to work as per that, then just purchase the account and accordingly you can start with it, right? So right now let's not do in this way. Let me just go back and let's delete one of it which I'm not using actually, right? So let me delete that instance first. Alright, so now first of all what we have done is we have deleted the instances that was already there and that was using the CPUs. Now let's create a new virtual instance, and let's again write the rest of the things. First of all, just try use the trial package, and accordingly just write the resource name. Just click on OK. Okay, so it is created. Now give it a name, give a name to your VM instance. So I'm giving it a name like this. Select the region and accordingly select the image. I'm using Ubuntu, so I'm writing this one, and over here you have an option to select this one, which one do you want to use accordingly. So I will be using this one, right? So with the 2 CPUs, and after that now next thing is authentication type. Like how do you want to do the authentication? I don't want to do with the SSH part, so that's why I will be using the password. And in here I can set up the username and password, so that whenever I will log into that VM instance, I will be logging in with the username and password, just like I'm opening a operating system, right? So this is what I will be doing. Now over here let me write a username. Let's say I will be giving it a name as innovate, and accordingly just write the password for it, right? So password and confirm password should be matched. So this is what I have done, and after that over here public inbound ports, what do you want to do? None or allow selected port. So currently I will be selecting the SSH port only, and afterwards I will be selecting the rest of the ports if in case I will be requiring it. In fact, I will not be selecting, I will be creating the inbound ports. So I will be telling you like how to do it. If you want to do it later on, then wait for it, otherwise you can select here only, right? So in this way we can do it. Now go to the next. Over here just select the option. After that over here just select the OS type. I will be going for the standard HDD. Now press the next for the networking, and in the networking part you don't have to do anything. Okay, just leave it like this. Here again you can select the option whichever you want to do, it's your choice. I will be doing it later on. Now next for the management. Okay, so this is what I have done. Now over here you will scroll down, you can enable this to auto shut down if you want to shut it down. I don't want to shut it down automatically, so that's why I will leave it like this. So leave the options like this. In the next case over here you have to select an extension. Select an extension. Here we require one extension which needs to be installed with the virtual instance. So over here I will be using the Nvidia GPU, so just select this one and it's better. So just click on create, and over here just simply press OK. Right, so it's selected. Now select the options accordingly if you want to do the changes. I will be going with the default one, and that's enough for me. Now go to the next one, and over here just add the tags. So let me add some tags over here. Okay, so I have added 4 tags, so that is enough for me. Now click on next, review plus create. Just click on this. Okay, so over here you can see validation passed. It is telling you like this will be the charges for your instance per hour. So currently it will be like 6.9163 INR, which is in Indian currency. So that will be for per hour charges. Now that is it, everything is set up properly. Now just click on create and wait for a few minutes, because it will take some time to finish, or let's say it will take some time to set up your project or set up your VM instance. So wait for it to finish, and afterwards we will see like how to access it, right? So that's all we can do over here. All right, so the VM instance is created successfully. Now over here just go and search for virtual machine, click on this. Here you will see that this is the virtual instance which you just created. Now click on this and go inside this, go to the overview, and in here you will get the public IP address. So this is the public IP address which I will be copying from here, and now I have to access remotely. I have to remotely take the access of this so that I can enter my virtual machine, and accordingly I can set up my project over here, right? So for that I'm having this Ramina. So just click on this, which will be helping me to remotely access my server, or let's say remotely access my virtual instance. So let me just type it here. Now press enter. Now can you see over here it is asking you to enter the SSH credential. Now what are these SSH credentials? So these are the credentials which we have specified in the beginning, like what will be the username, what will be the password. So just enter the password. So I am passing Innovate is my username, and enter the password and press OK. Now wait for it, it will take you inside. Okay, I think there is some issue. It got exited automatically. Let me reconnect. Alright, so can you see? Now I'm inside the virtual instance, and this virtual instance is IY-app. So this is what I have created right now. Now I hope you have got a proper understanding that how you can create a virtual instance on your Microsoft Azure, and this is the way how you can further do the deployment process. So in this video we will bind the session over here, but in the next video I will show you that how you can deploy your Rasa chatbot onto the virtual instance that you have just created for the Microsoft Azure. So this is all for today. I hope everything is clear. If you still have any doubts in any of the topic, feel free to leave a comment below, and also if you have any suggestion for us and if you have any feedback for us, feel free to leave a comment below as well. And also if you have liked this video, do click on the like button, and if you are new to our channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any videos from our channel. So till then, stay home, stay safe, and happy learning.